Marvel at experiences of consciousness. Let wonder heal you. Hey, soul friends, welcome to another Conversations with Kristin, that glory-filled, wondrous part of your day where you explore human consciousness from the inside out. Marvel at experiences of consciousness. Let wonder heal you. It's easy to move through our days and dismiss the extraordinary miracles of our life because they happen every day. But the truth is that there is nothing simple about being a person. There is nothing ordinary about this life. This life is glorious and dynamic and marvelous and wonder-filled and miraculous beyond comprehension. Beyond comprehension. And when we can tune in with those realities that are smaller or bigger than our obvious external physical particulars, we can actually create sensations of wonder that heal us. I used to talk a lot about this. I called it everyday magic. Everyday magic. That's what I called it. And so there's all of these realities within our realities that are happening in smaller forms and bigger forms, and we're not naturally attuned to those realities. We're not naturally connected with the understanding of the energies of those realities. But if we can retrain our senses to sharpen in to those miraculous wonders, we can actually create sensations inside of us. Blown over. Create sensations inside of us that can heal us. We can heal ourselves by generating a sense of wonder. This is one of the infinite healing modalities that I have used for myself. And let me tell you, the benefits are profound. The benefits are profound. You can rewire a lot of your internal being and liberate your consciousness, transform your neurobiology, and free your self-essence by creating space to marvel with awe and wonder at the everyday miracles that are within you and around you. And this can happen in any moment, because in every moment there are infinite miracles. Marvel at experiences of consciousness. Let wonder heal you. One way to do this is to marvel at beauty and just get lost in the beauty of something. One great way to do this is looking at plants and looking at the colors and the symmetrical patterns. Like, I saw this head of cabbage the other day, and it was the most astounding thing. There were like hundreds of perfect spirals. And these perfect spirals were just like the most miraculous thing. Just the design, the shapes, the intricacy, the symmetry of it all. Like, there was so much intelligence in this plant. Like, I mean, the artistry of this head of cabbage was greater than anything I could draw or create. Like, it was just the most beautiful, dynamic experience. And so you can take a piece of nature. Flowers are another great example. The depths of their smell and color and their shapes and their symmetry and just the way that they all weave and entwine and create these patterns inside of their seeds and their petals. And I mean, it is so astounding. And I've used this for years to help me heal myself. And so what you do is you make it a time of meditation. And meditation just means practicing presence with your consciousness. Meditation does not have to mean going, it can, and I do that too, and it's awesome and it's magical, but there's more ways to meditate. And so if sitting in closed-eyed silence is anxiety provoking for you, then don't meditate that way. Meet yourself where you're at. You deserve that. You are worthy of saying, okay, I'm this person, I'm in this place, that's where I'm gonna start. You don't have to be anywhere different than exactly where you are. You don't have to be anyone else other than exactly who you are. You get to be exactly you, exactly where you are, and you get to heal from that space. You don't have to pretend that you're someone else somewhere else. If sitting in closed eye silence is anxiety provoking, then don't meditate that way. But don't let that stop you from meditating, because there's a lot of other ways. Meditation just means practicing presence with your consciousness. And there's lots of ways to do that. So find a beautiful part of nature and just create space to admire it. And how you do this as a meditation is you bring your focus there. You bring your visual eyesight to whatever it is you're looking at. You notice a detail of its beauty. And then you take a big, deep breath. And then you notice a detail of the beauty. And then you let go of something inside of you. You notice it without responding to it. And then you immediately redirect yourself to what you're focusing on. And this is a powerful way to practice presence. And so what happens, little neuroscience into what's happening in this meditation, in every moment, neural networks are being activated. And these are comprised of brain cells that hold data and information from past experiences. So yesterday, 10 years ago, that time when you were 2 days old and you were like, "Wah!" All of those pieces of data, those energetic pieces of information from your life experience are held, I know my impression of baby, right? Are held in your brain cells. And those brain cells come together and they hang out with one another. Like imagine this is a brain cell and this is a brain cell and they're like, doo, 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 doo. Hey bud, I'm gonna hang out right here. Let's be friends, let's be partners, let's make a pathway. And they have these little, like, picture them as like trains, like little trains or railroad tracks where trains travel through inside of your brain, okay? And so all the moments of all of your life, even moments you don't know about, moments you were never consciously aware of, moments that you have never thought about since they happened, all of those moments are held inside of your cells. And there's like trillions of them, billions and quadrillions and incomprehensibly large numbers of them. And so in every single moment, those things inside of you are being activated. They're being engaged. They're being accessed. They're being energetically ignited. Okay? And so at every single moment, those things are being ignited. What happens is that every time a neural network is activated, every time brain cells are being accessed and lit up energetically and engaged in the moment, they are undergoing reconstruction. They are being rewired. And so the way that we move through our moments determines how our brain is rewiring itself, okay? So this meditation can actually help you rewire your brain to plant seeds towards healing. And it can help you expand your consciousness and increase regulation and have a moment of beauty in your life and feel a sense of awe and wonder and just expand your presence and heal. Like there's a lot of benefits to it. There's a lot of benefits, both immediate and in the long-term game of things. So make a daily ritual of this. Do this in the morning when you wake up. Do it in the afternoon when you need a break from stuff. Do it in the evening before dinner so your body's relaxed before you eat. Do it before bed to bring some soothing peace into your night's sleep. Make it a daily ritual. And you can pick different pieces of nature to marvel at so you don't get bored. There's infinite amounts. Flowers and food are just two examples, you know what I mean? So when you're here with this head of cabbage or a flower or anything, any part of nature that you find interesting, it could be a caterpillar or a slug or, I mean, I don't know, a blade of grass. Like it could literally be anything. I've played with all of it. I've played with all of it, all the nature things. It could be a rooster if you live on a farm. No, so any part of nature, bring yourself into something small, a small part of nature that you can really like visually and explore. Okay, and so as you're there exploring, right? And so your eyes are there, you're admiring it. And then in this process, there's going to be thoughts and feelings that come up. When you observe them without responding to them, and immediately redirect yourself towards this piece of beauty that you're looking at, all of the neural networks creating those thoughts are being rewired to know peace, presence, beauty, and wonder. Like, let the power of that soak in. Like, from the outside looking in, you're a person and you're looking at a head of cabbage. Like that's all that's happening on the outside, right? But on the inside, there are these brain cells igniting and activating and generating thought forms and feelings and sensations. And maybe they're uncomfortable or unpleasant or from past pains. And in these moments of consciously redirecting your focus towards this thing of beauty, where you're just breathing deeply and looking at the beauty, breathing deeply, looking at the beauty, not responding to your thoughts. Maybe you notice them, but then you immediately redirect yourself. I'm breathing deeply and I'm looking at the beauty. When you do that, the cells inside of your brain are being reconstructed. The energetic data that they house is being rewired. You literally rewire your brain. every single day, your brain is being rewired. Personal power is the ability to manually modulate, moderate, manually affect, influence, direct the way that your brain undergoes reconstruction. You get to choose the way that your brain is being rewired today. This is not some sci-fi thing. This is not some maybe someday in the future it's possible. It's already happening. Your brain is already being rewired right now. Watching this video is rewiring your brain. Literally. Neuroscientifically backed. Your brain is being rewired as you watch this video. That's the power that you have in your own presence and conscious directing of energy. So be mindful with your power. Be mindful with your power. Where you place your energy through intention and attention determines the way that your brain is being rewired. If you're watching a lot of TV that has violence, your brain is going to be like, we've got a lot of neural networks about violence in here. And there's going to be a propensity to notice violence in the world, be more inclined to be afraid of violence or be attracted to it. There's going to be all of these messages of violence. And you're like, but I'm just watching a movie. I'm just hanging out. I'm just enjoying myself. Maybe there's other ways to enjoy yourself that are less violent and have an energy that can fuel your consciousness towards healing empowerment. Just a thought. So be very mindful with the way that you're using your power, because in every moment of every day, your brain is matter-of-factly being rewired. And so if you can bring yourself to a moment of beauty and practice presence with your consciousness, I'm noticing the beauty, I'm breathing deeply, I'm letting go of my thoughts, I'm noticing the beauty, I'm breathing deeply. Wow, look at that spiral. Wow, look at the color. Wow, just look at the way those shapes go. And if you don't have a thing to use your hand. Wow, look at all these lines. Look at all the complexities. Look at how this line goes here and then this line meets that. Wow, look, these patterns interject. These lines are bigger than that. Anything to bring you into the moment and create space to feel, not just think, but feel a sense of awe and wonder. Like, wow, this is my hand. All of these miraculous lines comprised of cells operating beyond direct awareness are making this thing that I call a hand, and I get to choose how it moves and where it moves and what it does, and I get to feel things through it. And oh my goodness, like how come I have 5 fingers or 4 fingers and a thumb instead of like 6 or 7? Like what precise artistry. Like, oh my goodness, like I have hands. Like, look at them go. Like, let yourself be playful. Let yourself let go of heavy stuff and just be present with the miracle that you already are. Okay? And you can do this with anything. And so find what resonates with you. Maybe you're not that intrigued by your hand. That's okay. I didn't used to be that intrigued by my hand either. So find what resonates with you. Find what fits with what you find interesting. Maybe it's, artwork created by people and you get lost in the complexities of that. Maybe you take yourself to an art museum and you just give yourself an hour or a whole day to just stand and stare at art and very consciously bring yourself into presence with a sense of awe and wonder. And that's the important part. It has to be conscious. If you're just staring at it and you're like, I see spiral, it's not going to work. You have to create space to really consciously engage so that these feelings can be generated. Like, be really intentional. Like wow, really create space for fresh perspectives and playful maneuverings of your own conscious energies. Okay, so you can do this with anything. A couple more examples. You can do this with the sky. Okay, so we focused on small things, the smaller things, the little everyday magic of nature and flowers and food and the visual sensations of things, okay? Another way you can do it is by focusing on the big stuff. Like, wow, there's a great big burning ball of fire a quadrillion miles away that is somehow in the exact space it needs to be to create the right temperature to sustain life on this planet. Like, if it was any farther away, we would all just freeze to death. And if it was any closer, we would all just ignite and burst into flames and there would be no life on this planet. Like, just create space to be like, whoa, what? Like, how? Wow. Create space to marvel and just have a sense of awe and wonder, and to be playful with that. And you can do it with clouds and the moon and stars, and you can just bring yourself into presence with your own being. Admire the visuals of the sky, and then consciously direct your energy towards playful perspectives that can then generate a sense of awe and wonder. Like, if you just glance up and you're like, it's a sky. I see it every day, man. It is what it is. There's not going to be a whole lot of space for healing in that. But if you're like, oh my goodness, this sky is blue. Like, it's not just like colorless. It's not just like, it's not purple. It's not orange. Like, the sky is blue. There's color being created by light waves in the sky that are being transmuted through invisible energetic particles that are being received by my neurobiology process to these complex things, and then these messages are being energetically transmitted through my neural networks, where my consciousness is experiencing a view of color in the atmosphere above me. Like, what? Like, it sounds like mystical magic. Like, what kind of voodoo is this? Like, create space to see the world through a fresh lens. Create space to marvel at your own experiences of consciousness, and let wonder heal you. Let go of the heaviness. Let go of the anxiety. Let go of the worry. Let go of the fear. Let go of the doubt. Let go of the pain. Let go of the questioning. Let go of the depression. Let go of it. And when I say let go of it, I don't mean to imply that that's easy. I don't mean to imply that you can just stop feeling that way. But what I do mean is that you can redirect where your focus is, so that the core things inside of your brain and body causing these unpleasant sensations can actually heal. And then someday, you won't be experiencing these intense feelings that you might be going through. Things don't change overnight, but change always starts with the conscious harnessing of our power through the intentional directing of internal energy. And so, if you're focusing on all the anxiety, if you're focusing on all the depression, if you're focusing on all the worries, then everything creating those sensations is just going to grow and get bigger and make more of those thoughts and feelings. But if you can create space to bravely and courageously redirect your energy, even if it's only a few minutes a day, maybe you can't do it all day, every day, because you got responsibilities to tend to, or you don't have the energy. That's okay. You get to meet yourself exactly where you are. If you can even spend 5 minutes out of your 24 hours in a day, 5 minutes, bringing yourself into presence to notice one beautiful thing, bringing yourself into presence to have one moment of awe and wonder, that's enough to start you off. That's enough to plant energetic seeds that can help heal you. It's a perfect starting place, and you get to start who and where, as who and where you are. You don't have to force yourself to be somewhere else. You get to meet yourself where you are. And so in this practice, you're not pretending that these things aren't happening. You're just being very brave and intentional at allowing other energies to also be a part of your experience. Maybe you have crippling anxiety while you look at something beautiful. Maybe you have overwhelming, devastating depression while you look at something beautiful. Maybe you have all of these things, and also you have a moment of beauty. And maybe you don't feel a sense of awe and wonder at first. That's okay. Keep practicing. Don't give up on yourself. Don't you dare give up on yourself. I see you. I see you. Don't you nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Don't you dare give up on yourself. That's nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, man. Nuh-uh. Don't give up on yourself. I know it's hard sometimes. Trust me. I know it can be really, 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 really hard sometimes to do this healing work. But you are worthy, and it is possible, and you do have power right here, right now. You are not powerless. You might not have the ability to control your immediate experiences, but that's okay. That's not where your power is anyway. So you don't got to worry about that. If you're like, oh my God, I can't control the way I feel, that's fine. You're not meant to have immediate power right there. Your power is in transforming the energy inside of you, because when you do that, the thoughts and feelings change themselves. Pretty awesome. You don't have to worry about trying to be somewhere else. You get to be where you are and just plant seeds, and then things will start to heal from there. Yay! It's not easy, but it is simple, which is good because clarity helps. Clarity helps. So bring yourself into tender moments of awe and wonder. Okay, bring yourself into tender moments of awe and wonder. And you can do this with visual things of beauty. You can do it with perspective shifts of the great big sky and the infinite stars out there. You can watch documentaries that explore the cosmos and just bring yourself into marveling awe and wonder in that way. Anything you can do to create space to feel a sense of awe and wonder at your consciousness or the world we live in or the beauty that's available, anything that can ignite sensations of awe and wonder as you marvel at something miraculous. That's where healing can happen. Another way that you can do this is when you eat. When you eat foods, you can look at the visual beauty of it, especially if you eat like a plant-based diet, but really anything has some level of texture and color and sensation to it. You can bring yourself into the visual wonder of it. You can bring yourself into the smell of it. You can relax your body and breathe deeply and practice presence and invite yourself to be here now. And maybe it doesn't happen, but you can still keep inviting yourself. Like, okay, I invite myself to be present. Oh, I'm drifting. I invite myself to be present. Oh, I'm drifting. I invite myself to be present. Oh, I'm drifting. It's okay. It's okay. You get to invite yourself again and again and again and again. You don't need to give up on yourself just because it's tricky. Don't need to give up on yourself just because it's tricky moments. Navigation, like, ooh, how I do this. Just keep inviting yourself here. Keep inviting yourself here. Okay? So keep inviting yourself to the present moment. And then when you take a bite, close your eyes and just notice all the sensations in your mouth. Notice all the textures. Notice all the flavors. Notice things individually and then notice the collective sensation in your mouth. And then as you do this, breathe and let go. When there's other stuff coming up, don't respond to it. Just redirect yourself. I'm noticing the flavors in my mouth. 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 Ooh, look at that flavor in my mouth. Ooh, feel that texture in my mouth. I'm noticing my flavor. I'm breathing deeply. I'm noticing the flavors in my mouth. Because every single time you redirect yourself to presence, all the stuff in here that's going blah, 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 the brain cells creating those blah, 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 blah-ness are being transmuted, rewired, healed, restored, and transformed. You don't have to look at all of that to heal it. You can let it go and bring yourself here. Let it go and bring yourself here. Let it go and bring yourself here. And in this process, you're literally rewiring your brain. And then all of that stuff can heal. That's pretty awesome, huh? So, my message today, marvel at your own experiences of consciousness. Let wonder heal you. It can transform any pain that's been there for any amount of time. And it's one day at a time. Maybe it takes a year of practicing this daily to really feel healing. Isn't that worth investing in? Isn't it worth creating space for a few minutes every day to look at something beautiful so that a year from now you can be in a better place, experiencing yourself in a better way, having more peace, joy, and fulfillment in your life, having greater presence and regulation inside of your brain and body, having greater self-connection with your own miraculous consciousness. Another way you can play with this is to focus on your consciousness. And so in this process, there's all of this energy outside of us, all of this stuff, all of these light waves and sound waves and all of these things happening to bring sensations inside of us. And then those pieces of stimulus are being absorbed through our neurobiology, processed through millions of miracles, and then sensed by consciousness. Consciousness and neurobiology are two separate energetic essences. We'll explore that more another time. But they're two separate energetic essences. And so if you can just create space to notice that there's all this stimulus coming from outside, being processed through a miraculous brain and body, and then being observed and sensed and felt through your consciousness, this energetic essence of self living inside of your neurobiology. That's another profound way to create space for marveling awe and wonder that can heal you. Allow yourself to be liberated into the fullness of all that you are. Create space for healing beauty. Love yourself in the moment exactly as you are. There's this little spider over my camera. Meet yourself where you are. No matter what you're going through, you are worthy of happily ever after moments. Your experiences and the way that your brain and body are wired and making thoughts and feelings, that doesn't define you. And it can be transformed. Dare to evolve into higher consciousness, because you are worthy of knowing the fullness of all that you are. You are not your thoughts and feelings. You are not your experiences. And every part of your miraculous being is worthy of feeling liberated, feeling present, feeling worthy, feeling hope, feeling joy, feeling peace, feeling free, feeling expressed, feeling seen, feeling heard, feeling safe, feeling comforted, feeling treasured, feeling worthy, feeling adored, feeling like you are enough. Every part of you is already worthy of that. It's just a matter of uncovering that worthiness, because there's a lot of junk that's kind of covering that up, and maybe you can't fully see that. And that's okay. Healing is always gradual, never linear. It's always a process. You get to meet yourself where you are. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining this video with Conversations with Kristin. If you enjoyed this content at all, I would love if you could just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hang out here with me on my channel. I love sharing this time with you guys. And please feel free to explore my links below. I offer consciousness consulting services and self-guided healing journey programs through my consciousness consultancy. And so if you're looking for a healing journey guide, whether one-on-one to dive deep, or a tangible tool you can use on your own time to create profound transformation in your life from the inside out, I offer a lot of transcendent magics through my consciousness consultancy, so you can explore that. And then I have a bunch of other magics. I create content for Patreon every month. You can get personalized coaching videos, original guided meditations. I have merchandise on Teespring. I share content on my Instagram and Facebook, just a whole lot of other magic. So please feel free to check out the caption below, the video description below, and there's a bunch of links, and you can just click on them. Just click on them and be like, I wonder what this is. I wonder what I'm going to find. I wonder what I'm going to see. I wonder what I'm going to read. I want to explore the magics. So just go ahead and just click on them all and just see what's up. Just see what's up. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I believe in you infinitely. You have so much more power than you know, and you are worth so much more than you can possibly comprehend. And you are worthy of your heart's dreams and desires, whether that's peace and stillness, or whether it's great joy and adventures. Whatever your heart's desires are, you are worthy. And you get to heal yourself into happiness. You get to love yourself into wholeness. Today is just the first day of the rest of your life. Let it be new. Let yourself choose something that's going to help your life feel new and lead in the energetic direction of your heart's desires. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. Namaste, soul friends. The love and light in me, see and honor the love and light in you. Have a beautiful and blessed day, soul friends. I will see you next time.